Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Board Gaming Doctor. My name is Phil, and today we are playing ARCS. And not just ARCS, we are playing a campaign game. All three games are about to be played. So, the website that I'm playing this on, and I'll link it in the description below, is Roll for the Haunt, I believe, or something like that. It's a website developed by someone. I don't know who it is, so I apologize. But they have a list of a couple of games that are of interest to me. I've noticed ARCs in the past, and I've noticed that they were working on the campaign version, the Blighted Reach. And recently, now with the ARCs campaign, or sorry, the ARCS Kickstarter campaign online right now. It's going on for expansions to the base game as well as the expansion. I checked back in to see if I could play some ARCS and show some ARCS gameplay in celebration of this game, and turns out that you can play the entire campaign against some bots on this website. And so I'm going to play a 3-player game against 2 bots. I've played the campaign 1.5 times and I've played the base game a few times as well, handful of times. And so if you're coming for high level ARCS play, this is probably not not for you, but if you've come to enjoy some ARCS gameplay and to see this entire campaign, then I think you'll enjoy it, and to see this interface as well. I know that an official version of ARCS Digital will be coming sometime, hopefully this year. But in the meantime, this is what we're working with. So I will be the blue player. My fate is the steward, and in this version here, I have to click on this. I'm 17 points away, and I'm not going to explain too much of the rules. If I need to explain something strategically, I will, but include the rule explanations here. But for Act 1 as the steward, so each time I win an ambition, while I am first regent, I advanced 1 point towards my objective, counting down from 17 all the way to 0. So count bonus power from city slots uncovered on your player board. So, for example, if I gain 5 power from winning an ambition and gain 5 bonus city power, advance to 10 spaces. So it looks like, and this is the first time that I'm playing as the steward, I am incentivized to place out all of my cities and win ambitions with those cities out, as well as win as the first regent. So I am starting with the first regent card, and I shouldn't become an outlaw. So yeah, just to give you an idea of what is going on here. So this is my player board essentially. I believe once I place out some ships, they will be filled in here. And I do start with deal makers, which lets me, if someone else will secure a card in the court, they return the agents that they would have captured, so they wouldn't be able to score for Tycoon. And you influence once for each agent they had on the card, then you secure once. So this is a great way to let someone take a card that you probably wouldn't need, hopefully, and then be allowed to secure a card. And we'll go through the court cards as well, but to give you an idea of who I'm going up against, so bot 1 is the white. They're playing as the partisan. And so I haven't played as the partisan yet, and so they look like they will want to provoke outrage, or will be allowed to, and keep initiative if that happens. And they are looking to have a lot of guild cards as well. Okay, and then the founder from the yellow player, they try to become an outlaw and fulfill ambitions that way. So, and try to protect the free cities. So pretty cool. All right. So I've randomized the cities, or sorry, the planets rather, for resources, and so they are asymmetrically placed around the board. I think, as far as these free cities go, and this is a good time to say, like, if I mess up anything in my explanation. Hopefully, the game will keep track of everything rules wise, but if I misspeak or something, just let me know in the comments. So I do get to look at where I can potentially place a city or a starship to begin this game. So, and just to give you an idea, resources here, we've got our laws, our edicts. So we start with govern the imperial reaches, or a policy of escalation. So, yeah, so we get to enforce that. And that's it. So the question is strategically now, where do we want to place a city to begin with? We have to place it in this quadrant first. And it looks like white has already claimed a city in the psionic area. Now, I've realized the great flexibility that comes with psionic resources and going for the empath ambition as well. So I'm tempted to put a city in this 4 hexagon area. I think I might do that. I forgot to look at this. Bury this if you're now. You may tax any cities controlled by the Empire like they are loyal, ignoring the Empire's presence and truce laws. Nice. So I suppose that lessens the burden of having to have our own cities. But I guess it would be nice to... I'm going to go for the psionic city here. And yeah, go from there. So we kind of snake draft style our placements here. And it looks like yellow, they go for a double placement of city and starport here in the crescent four crescent sector. So would it be good to place a starship as well, a starport? Maybe over here in the relic area, I could build another city here and have that. I think it'd be nice too to not have to worry about like the white, since they want to secure guild cards or court cards rather, having that relic psionic duo of taking those cards easily might be hard. So I think I'm okay starting off with a kind of a city starport type of beginning. And so in the 4 triangle sector here, I'm going to put a starport and have some ships there. And white is doubling down on that sector, so maybe there is some strategy to that. So let's go ahead. We have the skirmishers. So after you roll in battle, you may reroll a number of skirmish dice according to your total weapon icons. Okay, and that would count for 1. And then, the skirmishers allows you to play 3 ships during the prelude. Populist Demands is a Vox card that lets you secure an ambition, or in a crisis, return the ambition of highest power to off the ambition board. Elder Broker trade. So whenever you tax, choose a rival city you control, swap 1 resource with that rival, take a resource of that city type from them, and give them a resource they don't have. So a great way to steal some resources essentially from other folks. And then I can discard this for a couple of different resources there. And then Gatekeepers, you collect 2 more dice when you battle, and you can discard this to put 1 ship in each gate. Oh, so that's really good too. That would really stop people from catapulting everywhere, which everyone is pretty inclined to do. One really cool thing about this online system is that it keeps track of the the standings for each of the ambitions, whether they're being chased after or not. And so, for example, I have one relic, and so it tells me that I'm winning with the keeper. Um, yeah, the keeper ambition. So let's go ahead and deal those cards. So white gets to play first. They play the 2 mobilization. They go through their actions here pretty quick, so I'll try to summarize what they're doing as best as I can. Okay, so looks like they use their Informant's Guild card. So once per turn, give your action card of highest number to a rival. After you do, they must give you their action card of highest number. So I have 3 sixes that I need to give back to white. So let's look at my hand here. So I have plenty of opportunities to go for like empath, and if I lead an initiative, I guess, let's see, I could go for construction since I don't really have a lot of like mobilization. I only have 2 aggression. So for the sake of keeping things balanced, let's go ahead and give the construction. And it looks like with their influence actions, they've placed a bunch of different guilds there. So now I get to follow. Now I could follow with a mobilization here and move an influence. I could take an advantage now of, oh, it looks like a free city was placed on the, oh yeah, free states are placed after we draft. Oh, I see. Yeah. So free states kind of fill in the gaps here. So that is probably why they went for those. Okay. So um, let's think about. I'm going to think about what I want to do. I also forgot to mention parade fleets. Let's see, what need to declare. Place 2 fresh ships at a free city. Then you may become an outlaw. So they have an easy way to become that. Okay. And then also for the white, the partisan seizing, you cannot seize the initiative by discarding a second card. You may seize the initiative when you play a card if you choose to provoke outrage with a non-outraged resource. Okay, cool. All right, so I'm going to take a moment to think about my strategy here. Okay, so as far as what I want to try to accomplish, I think what I first want to do is try to build as many um, ships, or sorry, try to have as many ships as possible and lead those into new territories to build cities on. And so I like the idea of trying to go as far as I can over maybe to this sector right here, to like the sector 3, and trying to build out some cities for like some keeper relics as well as psionics. I really want to try to get that gatekeeper uh, card, because that way, if I could discard this card and place ships in gates, I can stop my opponents from catapulting, because they each could catapult right now over to that area. And so, and it's interesting that the white didn't declare for Tycoon. We're not really set up to do that right now anyway. So, in any case, I think moving is going to be fine. If I surpass, I probably will seize the initiative, and I think I'll be set up to use some aggression cards to battle out the blight, and or you know, move and set myself up to build some cities here. So let's go ahead, surpass with mobilization. I'm not going to seize the initiative. So interestingly enough, with the prelude action, I'm not very familiar with this bargain mechanism. I know with relics you can secure, which I can't do because I have nothing in the court, but bargaining, I was tinkering around with it, and supposedly you can discard a card that is in the the court row and replace it with a new one. So that is interesting to know. I don't think I'm going to do anything with the prelude action yet here. So I'm going to move. So I was thinking of moving from my ships, some of my ships from the gate or from this hex to or yeah to the gate here. I'm thinking of keeping at least one Imperial ship and maybe one of my other ships there. So let's move two. And then we're going to catapult and grab those ships that I just um, got. So let's go ahead and move. Do I want to bring... Yeah, let's just move the same number, 2. And then let's go to gate 3x. Oh, I suppose that would only move those 2 ships. So the great thing is I can undo here. So I'm going to undo this turn real quick. So, I apologize. A lot of this might be trial and error on my end, but I suppose I am not doing the movement or understanding the movement correctly. So, I think what I'll do then is, I am interested in bringing along like some Imperial ships over to help me, take some hits from the Blight as I go and interact with them. So I'm thinking instead, let's just go ahead and move one ship into the gate. I could also just catapult, like, okay. Another thing that I'm thinking about doing is catapulting just everything from my starship here into 3x, gate 3x. And then from there, I can use my second movement to set myself up for like an aggression, or sorry, a construction situation. I could maybe place 2 cities on the psionics region in 3 hex. So I wonder if that will be the best thing to do. I'm also thinking, I do have an influence action as well that I could potentially, try to vie for one of these. I mean, I like the gatekeepers and skirmishers as well. Elder, they're all pretty good, and so I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. My focus right now is to get some cities, so we're gonna do that. So let's go ahead and move everyone down there. Move to gate 3, so I can move the folks that I was moving in the catapult action. That makes sense. Yep. And then let's go ahead and move from gate 3 up into 3 hex, hexagon. And let's go ahead and move everyone there. And there we go. So yellow is placing stuff and they're moving. Looks like they're moving into my territory there with their mobilization. Let's see. Yellow surpassed with mobilization 3. Yeah. And so they were able to influence twice and then move their ships over to my backyard. So they currently, it's hard to see sometimes too. I'm gonna mess around with the ship size here in the settings one moment. Okay, so this is the smallest that they can appear as, and that is pretty small. That's nice. Okay. So I lead. I control this hex, so I could, I could lead with a construction and declare warlord as I try to go ahead and battle some of this blight and take them as trophies. So let's do that. Let's declare warlord. I do have in my hand, I do have that administration that would be nice to like tax with and grab some of these psionic resources before anyone else does, so that I could potentially declare empath. And actually, should I could maybe lead, instead of construction, I could lead with um, aggression. Really go for that empath. Only one away from missing that. So let's let's go ahead. Actually, let's lead with aggression. Okay, so let's declare empath. Let's go ahead and prelude. Let's go ahead and battle that blight with the Empire. Okay, so we get a couple of hits here. Great. So we've secured our first trophy. I think it would be okay now to move. What if we just go for another trophy in the gate? So let's go ahead and move back out of the sector here, back into the gate. Let's move those 3 ships there. Okay. Okay, yellow declares Tycoon. So that's what I thought would happen. And everyone is copying or surpassing with aggression. Oops. White. Oh, and then they pass the initiative to me. Because, okay, so they, all right. So white did secure the gatekeepers. And they took the elder broker as well. So they got quite a bit there. They are now tied with yellow. Yellow and white are tied for Tycoon, which was just declared. Okay. So, and I lead. Oh, so yellow secure the populace demands and they declare Tycoon with that. Oh, that makes sense. Okay. And then mining interest was added. So white seized initiative and they passed it to me. I'm not sure exactly why that does it. I think it's not the informants. Is it part of the partisan seizing? Huh. Anyway, I guess they can pass the initiative to me. So now I have the chance to lead again. So I think this is my chance to go ahead and play the construction card. Declare warlord, just get that done there. I could build with a psionic. Let's save that psionic build for later. Let's go ahead and build a blue city in Hex 3. Let's go ahead and build another ship. You know, I guess we could build a couple cities and save that psionic as a resource anyway. So yeah, let's just build 2 cities there. Cool. So I think we have 1, 2, 3, quite a few cities out now. I'm gonna have to pause this because they move so fast. So construction 3, they spent a fuel to battle. Okay. Um, they built in up here in the 6 Crescent area. They built a ship and they battled the Blight there. They suffered a hit. They destroyed the Blight, so they do have a trophy now. Okay. Then White also played construction. They gained material and fuel. How do they gain those resources? Anyway, weapon. Oh, they discard. They I think they discarded that card, the Elder Broker. Yeah, so they got those resources. Okay, they took the initiative. And they advance their objective by another 1. So they're getting closer. That's good for them. And they pass the initiative to me. Okay. So we know that we have our ambitions that we are playing for. White is looking good for Tycoon. Empath, I want to make sure I grab both of these resources here in order to ensure that I have that. I can do at least one battle with this Blight here, and so that I don't need to play the aggression right now. Yeah, I think because psionic resources are a little bit fewer and farther between, let's go ahead and play administration. I mean, I could tax with the psionic. Taxing right now wouldn't really benefit me anyway, so let's go ahead and let's tax. Let's go ahead and play that psionic there. Tax again. And should we influence? Let's see what we got. So we've got the mining interest is a good card. Discard this to gain material up to your number of empty resource slots. That's great for building and repairing, I believe, in the prelude. You can use those materials for that. And then I could steal one if I discard that. Or if the material supply empties. Gate ports, you can build starports on gates. Ooh, that's cool. When rival ships take a move into your gate, capture one agent of that rival. Oh, that's awesome. And then secret torpedoes when attacking battle. After rolling, you may re-roll 1 assault dice. I've taxed everyone that I want to. I'm sitting comfortably ahead with the empath. Warlord, I'm hoping to surpass yellow as well for that. So let's go ahead and influence for the gate ports. I really like that. Okay, so yellow surpassed with administration. They've got the mining interest in mind. They gain fuel by taxing. And then white also surpassed. Okay, they did their informants action, trading highest cards there. They're spreading out their influence like they should. You know, that's what they want to do. So that makes sense. Yellow takes the initiative for the last card placed. Wait, I got the initiative again. Okay. There's something I don't understand, but probably makes sense with the partisan. Um, Yellow passed initiative to white. White advanced objective. And then they pass initiative to me. Okay, well. All right. So I guess I'm just going to go with what I was originally planning to do. Do I have all of my cities out? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Now, I could build some more cities, right? So, some options that I have, I could move, fight, move, fight, and then build, right? So, I really do want to build cities. So, I'm thinking let's not, well, I can't really build anything right now. I do have to play my aggression. Now, let's see. I am in the lead by 1 with psionics. I don't want to spend any of those quite yet, though. Just so I have enough to win my empath, which is helpfully going to help me with some bonuses, advance up my objectives. So I could secure with the relic. That way I do have, yeah, let's do this. Let's secure my gate ports with the relic card. Shipping interest reveals. Discard this to gain fuel up to. Okay, so this is like the mining interest. Okay. Let's not use our psionic. Let's end prelude there. Let's move, battle, move. So we're going to move from. Oh, it'll be interesting too to think. So with gate ports, I think I would need to have some sort of presence actually in this gate. So I don't know if I need to battle. I do want to set myself up though in order to be able to, what am I trying to say? Set up and build a city as well as a starport in 3X. And so I wonder what I could do is move. What if I like move a ship from 4 diamond here? Let's. Yeah. So we move that ship there. We have an extra member there. So let's go ahead and move from gate 3X to 3 arrow here for relics. Let's move everyone but 1. And then let's go ahead and battle. Yeah. Battle with the Empire. Let's go ahead and do this just to be safe. We do. Oh, we did not roll a hit. Ah, that's unfortunate. Okay. Okay, so yellow goes ahead. Oh, they play an event. And so this will be interesting with how the Imperial Council moves and works in this mod. So they went ahead and secured that, and they also moved to here. Okay. White placed a bunch of ships in the gates. Did they? Yeah, I think they played their gatekeepers, so they're okay. So they're everywhere there now. Okay, and then they secured skirmishers. Song of Freedom was added. That's pretty good one. Yeah. So now the Imperial Council's decided yellow becomes first regent because, yeah. So that's going to be important for me to do is actually, place influence on the Imperial Council because I don't think I will advance because I'm not the first regent, so that's unfortunate. Policy of peace. Yeah. And then they pass initiative to me again. So I get to lead with construction. Okay. So let's go ahead and build. Let's build a starport in 3x because that's pretty cool to do. Let's build a blue city there. Let's build a ship there, and let's build another ship there. Okay. So they use a battle. I might not win the warlord. They built another ship, repaired. Okay, they just yeah, they played an event card as well and copied my construction. And they discarded the skirmisher's card to place a lot of ships right there, so they're really reaching out there. Okay, so start the summit. I want to petition the council so that way this flips over and I can try to secure it again, like in the next chapter. I'm not going to leave the Empire. So the way that negotiations work is that the bots won't initiate any negotiations. You have to do it with them. And you make deals with them. I have like I can show you, like I have all the options that I have here to give them trophies, ships, etc., and favors as well in return for what they give me. And I haven't come across any opportunity that they've given me to like initiate a negotiation with me. I think that would be pretty tough to do as an automated feature, but it's interesting. Is there anything that I want to negotiate with them right now? So looking at what we've got going on here. So we're tied for Warlord right now. Looks like that's going to stay the same. They're fighting over Tycoon. Um, I wonder. I don't think there's anything. Yeah, I don't think there's anything that I can really do. So I'm just going to withdraw from negotiations right now. Let's see if they do anything. They withdraw. Yeah, this is what is expected of them. Okay. So we've got edicts as the event dice, policy of peace. So they they collected a psionic from me and from white. Oh, oh, okay. So they stole it from me. That put me tied for first, but then they stole it from white, and yeah. So I scored a city bonus of 2 with a policy of peace. That's cool. Chapter 1 has ended, scoring our ambitions. So I did get, I'll go back up here. So I did score um, for empath. And yeah, we did not score. We tied for warlord, so that didn't work in my favor. I do have the most points, but I haven't made much of headway with my um, ability to do what the steward wants me to do. So now that I have the lead again, so I might want to. Maybe I. Hmm, do I start with empath again? Because right now I'm kind of. I feel like I'm poised to move over and build some more of my cities right. I just need to build one more city and set myself up for that. And so I can move over to this fuel planet here. And I also want to make sure that I have the ability to tax for maybe a relic in order to secure the Imperial Council so I can get the first region back. So that's my main goal here. So I wonder if I do start off with like either an administration 6 or 4. That's what I'm thinking. So I do have a construction that I could also do a little bit later here. And then I could move as well. I could go for keeper. I'm looking at where everyone else is. I am in control of all the cities that do have keeper on them, and so that does help me in my endeavors to do that with. So let's go ahead and do this. Let's lead with mobilization. Let's go ahead and declare keeper. We'll keep our psionic just in case we do empath. Let's go ahead and influence the Imperial Council, and then we're going to move from planet 3 diamond, or sorry, 3 triangle to 2 hex. And let's go ahead and move. Yeah, we can move all of them just to make sure. So surpassed, mining interest, shipping interest, Song of Freedom. So they just yellow influenced white. They're spying on me. So what's going to be the most important? Let's go ahead and give them the administration 6. I think that will be fine. And they gave me their highest card, which was mobilization. Huh, okay. Okay, so they moved over. I did capture one of their agents in the gate port, so that's kind of fun. So they're moving up towards. Where are they going? Where are they going? White ship, white ship. They got stopped. Oh yeah, so they moved up into. Yeah, so now they control planet 3 hex here. So interesting. Okay, so yellow leads with aggression. They declare Tycoon again, and they're sitting pretty with that as well, so that makes sense. Got the mining interest, which really helps them with their abilities. Lattice Spies comes out. Oh, and Arms Union as well. So this lets you take an aggression card at the round end. Lattice Spies. You can discard this to seize the initiative. Cool. And it gives you a psionic resource towards ambitions. So we'll see if that gets secured. Yellow keeps securing a lot of stuff. Song of Freedom. Blight Looms was added to the court, right? Destroy all damaged blight in a cluster with loyal pieces. Nice. And then this blight, if a crisis occurs, will repair them. So that's not good. Okay, so they copied their aggression. They're battling me in gate 3. So I damaged a white ship. Huh. They destroyed or damaged my starport. Wow, okay. They don't really like that. We don't have Warlord as a ambition right now, so I'm wondering why I mean, I understand why, because wouldn't they would like that mobility, I think, to move through that gate anyway. So I could surpass with my aggression card, which I think I'm okay doing. So let's surpass. Let's not seize, because we're going to seize the initiative anyway. Let's go ahead and secure the Imperial Council. And let's battle the Blight. I'm not going to battle White. Maybe I go after them next. Yeah. And let's go ahead and take out this Blight in the sector that we're in. Let's do this. Okay, we did suffer a hit. So I'll damage the Empire. Take out the Blight. Got that trophy. Start the summit. So I don't think I want to do any negotiations with anyone. I don't think I have much that I want to offer or need from anyone at this point. So yeah, so flip that over, became the first regent. Should I do crisis or edicts? Well, I guess that's not the right question. It's like, which edict should I do? So if I enforce policy of peace, I get to take relic or psionic from each regent, place it in the Imperial Trust. So that would be nice to, well, I guess since I am the first regent, I do ensure that I have the psionic um, empath going for us, but I do want to make sure that I have keeper. So I don't think anything else would really make sense for me to do right now. Like escalation would make sense. I could do escalation and take some of these materials, like weapon fuel materials. Or I could do policy of war and take a trophy or captive from each rival. That is, I mean, Tycoon is in play. Let's play around with this. Let's do policy of escalation. Let's see. Edicts. So let's go policy of escalation. So I think I would need to um, I guess do the Imperial Council again in order to utilize it, but I think that might be good for me to do as a backup to kind of counter what's going on with the Tycoon situation here. All right, so moving on, I like the idea of constructing. Oh, I could declare. Oh yeah. Let's do this. So let's play construction. Let's do declare empath. Let's not worry about the prelude. So let's go ahead and build that last city there, and let's repair our starport as well. Okay, so they played an event. They are mirroring me. They are gaining a lot of fuel based off of their shipping interest, discarding. They got some material. How do they? I don't know. Anyway, so White surpassed as well. They repaired their ship in the gate. Now they're resolving an event. Start the summit. Call to order. Now, since they did not flip the Imperial Council, I don't believe they get first regent. So let's just go ahead and withdraw from negotiations again. The last time that I played this, I was the magnate. Oh, looks like we have a crisis going on, so we do lose a ship, or at least we get it something damaged here. Oh, and a lot of the blight has been repaired, unfortunately, so that must have been a bad roll there. Yeah. And so, yeah, they damaged a bunch of white ships. Nothing got destroyed, but our ships did get damaged here, so. And then they repaired as well. Okay. All right, so I think yellow starts. And they pass the initiative again back to yellow, or yellow to white, and white to me. I don't get to play this event, which I guess is kind of frustrating, but that's okay. So, knowing that Keeper and Empath are on the table for that. So let's go ahead and play Administration. We're not going to tax with Prelude with Empath. I could, though, because, let's see. I mean, there's nothing for me to... Actually, there's nothing really for me to tax and gain aside from the 2 Relic. Although, I guess it would be nice to repair, like a ship or something, too. So, let's just do that. Let's go ahead and... Or would it be better to... it's all the same. It's all the same. Yeah. So let's go ahead and lock in. Spend 1 empath. I could tax... I'm checking around to see if anyone could potentially... There aren't any free cities that I see, except for, I guess, this one, but I don't know if someone would be able to tax it. So let's go ahead and tax... Oh, yeah, that's right. Let's tax the free city with Imperial Authority. There. Let's go ahead and tax for another psionic, so we don't lose that. And let's go ahead and keep our influence on the Imperial Council. So that way, we make sure we stay the first regent. All right, so yellow copied for Sworn Guardian's influence there. Looks like they're going to tax for a relic in the free city on their turn. They're going to spy on me again. I have to give them my highest card. I guess mobilization. I don't think I really... I mean, it would be nice to move. It'd be nice to move, but I don't know if I need to do that. I think building out is going to be my best bet, because I could at least build it like a starport here. Even though I have I can build ships. I think that might be important to do. So let's go ahead and give that. I get the initiative again. All right. I'm not really getting closer to my goal, but I think at least I will be able to score a lot by winning these 2 objectives here. So let's go ahead, play construction. I don't need to secure or anything. Let's go ahead and build my last city. Let's build... Yeah, since I don't control that there, let's just go ahead. I guess it's better than nothing, maybe. I don't know. Let's definitely build another ship there, and yeah, build a damaged ship there. Call it good. Okay, so they copied. Council intrigue was added. Flip the Imperial Council to session. Okay. So that's another option for someone to potentially get first regent. I held the initiative. I have to pass because I can't play this event. Sucks. Okay, so was that it? White passed. Oh, I think yellow might have played an extra card or something, so they couldn't continue. All right, so yeah, so yellow scored for Tycoon, white did as well. I advanced 10 spaces for completing the objective of Keeper and Empath. That also advances me 8. I have met my objective with that. That is awesome. And I'm sitting at a pretty good score right now. So let's play through the final chapter and set us up for the next round. White leads with aggression. They're battling me again in the gate, and they're really going for the ships. I think they destroyed my ships and the gate. So I could move back into that area. I mean, I can play an event and mirror that aggression and make sure that I take out white. So, um, let's take advantage of that. Let's mirror. I'm not going to seize the initiative. I'm not going to do anything there with Prelude. Let's move. So I can't catapult from 4 here, which is unfortunate. But I can move from this hex to gate 3. Can I? Oh no, I can't. Because it is separated. So I could do move, attack. And it'd be the same if I used these ships or if I used the ones that I have here in 4 triangle. 4 arrow is what it's called. I can't really do much with these ships down here. I don't know why they're still there. You know what I just noticed? I noticed that this got replaced as a free city. Do I still have... Am I missing a city? No. I have 5 cities on the board. 1, 2... Wait. 3, 4, 5. Oh, yeah. So I'm missing that for some reason. Okay. Interesting. I suppose I could try to... I don't have anything that would allow me to win Warlord, although white is pretty well set to win Warlord. I could try to go for the other things that were giving me points, Keeper and Empath, I suppose, which I do have the cards for. Yeah, I do. If I could move... It'd be really interesting to move this Imperial ship out of gate 4 in order to secure that gate. That would really help out. But I think what I'm going to do instead is move, from hex 2 to 3 arrow. We'll just move my ships. We're going to move again from 3 arrow to gate 3. And we're going to battle. So we're not going to fight the Blight. We're going to fight white. Let's just see if we could get a hit or 2. Yeah. So I have control of that gate again. Oh, now they're battling me in 4 hex. Yeah. So they destroyed one ship. Yep. Okay. So it looks like, yeah, we're battling a lot here. Another crisis in 2 Crescent. Damaging a bunch of my ships. And Imperial ships as well. That's great. Okay. Okay, so Song of Freedom, though. The player with the most power replaces a loyal city with a free city. So I guess I do need to choose one. So I already have a city in Hex 2, so let's just go ahead and replace that. Now I do have a lot of construction in my hand, so I can construct and place that city out again. Not that I need to, because my my objectives are met, but I can still score a lot of points, which is nice. Okay, so informants have been played against me. I give back that card. I'm following mobilization. I could surpass it. I could play an event as well. I don't know if that's a good idea to do. I guess I could, and then start declaring some of these ambitions to secure some of the ambitions that I want to have happen. So we could enforce, or influence rather, Song of Freedom. Make sure we get that. And let's use our last movement. I guess we could move our last remaining ship here in this hex to the gate. It shouldn't get damaged because of the Imperial ship there. So maybe we can hopefully repair them and do something. So, okay, so White had the initiative from seizing. White led with mobilization 2. No ambition was made for Tycoon. Okay, so they grabbed a card and they made some influences as well. Okay. So I can't really surpass. I don't really want to play an event. I'm doing okay as far as, well, maybe I do want to at least pivot and make sure I grab one more keeper. I'm not going to seize initiative. I'm not going to secure. I'm going to tax my tax for a relic, just to make sure that I keep that in check for the ambition. So they lead with construction. Diplomatic fiasco was added. They repaired a bunch of ships too. Okay. Yep, let's go ahead. I guess we could try to... it's funny that no ambitions are being claimed. Let's go ahead and surpass with construction. No prelude. Let's go ahead, build that starport again. We could build another starport in gate 4. Ooh, interesting. Interesting. Although I do feel like I do need to build out some more ship presence. So let's just go ahead and do that. But yeah, maybe we try that. Okay, so declared Tycoon with populist demands. Makes sense. Now I get to lead with construction. Let's do Keeper for some points there. And, oh, right. I forgot. I mean, I don't know, because I'm sitting at a pretty high point count. I know points get shifted at the end of a act in the campaign, so I don't really need to focus on getting a lot of points, but let's go ahead and keep... Yeah, let's build another starport there, and let's build a ship there as well. Let's keep growing our presence and worry about building cities elsewhere later in the future, because I think I'm doing okay. Okay, so they both play construction cards. Mobilization is what leads, and Tyrant has been declared. They will win that. Yellow, so that's white that declared it. White will win. Oh, actually, I would lead. I would win Tyrant because of that gate ports lore. That got me. Oh, very interesting. So I guess for some reason, they declared that, and I'm going to win that. So Tyrant and Keeper, I've got a hold on, but then Yellow has Tycoon. Fine by me. So I guess we're going to have to follow. See, is there anything that I want to influence? Silver Tongue allows me to steal a guild card. I think that would be fun. So let's place that there. Let's go ahead and move. I think it's about time that I move my ships from Four Arrow to the gate. Let's keep the Imperial ship there, and one of my ships as well. I don't know. Should I keep control? Because if the Empire is there, I mean everyone's. Oh wait, Yellow is an outlaw, so they can't. They can't. They can't control the Empire card. So if that stays there, my starport is protected. So let's go ahead and move all of my ships to the gate. Let's keep moving. Should we just go to 5x? Yeah, let's do it. Let's send 2 ships or all 3. Yeah, let's send a presence. Let's go to 6x. Oh, whoops. Let's just go there. And let's move out of that gate because I don't know what might happen with the intermission. I think the Blight, I think they gain health and then they damage some ships. And so I think it'll be important to move out of the way. Maybe let's just move from that gate into where the yellow is at and just say, hey, here we are. Okay, so they taxed the city into... Okay, yeah, so they have control there. They gained some fuel. They captured a blue agent. Okay. Okay, now we start a summit, call to order. Negotiations. Yeah, I'm not going to negotiate. Crisis. Hex 1. Okay. So ships are damaged. All right. Okay, yeah. Once again, I lose another city, which is not great. Let's go ahead and lose a city somewhere that I could easily rebuild. So maybe 3 Arrow. Yeah. Okay, we score. I end with 36 points, yellow 18, white has 9. I do meet my objective. White got pretty close to partisan. but they did not do it. Yellow did not meet their objectives for founder. And so we reset our scores, reset the board. Imperial Trust is emptied. Damage is repaired on the Blight. Pretty much everywhere, I think. And we get ready for Act 2. Destroy the... Oh, yeah, I guess I should have moved my ships on that gate. You know, I moved the wrong one, so... I lost 18 points, but that's okay. I start at 18, which is nice. So I choose my fate, moving on to Act 2, and then I'll break. It's getting late where I'm at right now, and so I need to end it here for tonight and continue on. This'll, yeah. Anyway, so Stuart, let's just keep playing the Stuart. Let's see how far we can go. And that's intermission. So Blight will appear. White will be Blight Speaker, and yellow is Peacekeeper. Okay, so I'm going to end it right there before I continue into Act 2, as we kind of bypass that intermission. So I'll go through the rest of these, but yeah, I'll catch you in Act 2. Okay, picking back up with Act 2 here. So it's been a day since I've played, but that's okay. We are going to continue on. So let's go through what we all are now for our fates. So white is the Blight Speaker. Spread the Blight and study them while winning ambitions. Okay, cool. So that requires them to win ambition, advance every time they win, advance one for each Blight in systems with loyal ships. Advance once each time you place Blight on the map using your Spore Ships card. Let's see what that does. When you take a catapult move, Blight no longer ends it. Okay, that's interesting. Then damage one fresh Blight you control to place one damage Blight in the same system. Do they... Let's see. They picked up Seeker torpedoes from the last round. Rivals can gain power by hunting Blight. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what else that means in terms of like if they can still fight the Blight or if they just don't attack. I don't know. We'll see. And then yellow Peacekeeper. Control weapons, clear outrage, but provoke weapon outrage. So specifically, advance once for each weapon you have, and at the end of a chapter, advance one for each weapon's planet you control. Okay, so they are trying to control the weapon planets. Looks like Crescent 3, 4, which they already do have, actually. Okay, so they control one. And the third one is right here, 5 Crescent. Okay, interesting. So white is going to have an easy time moving around, catapulting through the gates. I do have my gate ports too, which kind of helps, but in any case, that's what is going on. I'm still the stewards, and my new objective. You advance this way even if you're not the first regent. Okay, so at the end of each chapter, advance one space for each resource in the first regent's Imperial Trust. Okay, so it looks like... Oh, and then if you're the first regent, advance one for each cluster where the Empire controls any systems. So it's a little different where I need to have the Empire itself be controlling of the system. So it looks like I'm going to need to try to move them and be present in systems that they control, I think. That's what that means. I still have the Deal Makers card. I haven't used that yet. I probably should try to make use of that. I don't know. Oh, that's the bar. Okay, I probably should have understood that, but that is why I could do the bargain prelude actions because of the deal makers. Okay, that totally makes sense. Okay, so that will be very interesting. And yeah, so let's get going. So we got a couple of union cards. They place this card next to a face-up plate administration card. So these cards are pick up a used card to take back for administration, mobilization, and construction. And then outrage spreads. You may choose an outrage type, then you must provoke outrage of that type, and then the crisis is about the same. Okay. So we're not as concerned about being first region, but it would be nice to make sure that we put resources on the first region. And so I think making sure that we make use of these edicts to be able to do so would be good to do. So Imperial Quorum, collect demand. Yep, collect the demand, take action, then change policy. So yeah, that is going to be our focus here. And so I think making sure that we keep the Imperial Council as our backup in order to collect on those demands is going to be imperative. So everything looks good. Let's move with Chapter 1. Draw our 6 cards, couple of events, aggressions, and construction. And we do lead. So, moving back down. So, looks like we do keep track of region cities and starports here. So that's nice. Tycoon, we still don't have much of a presence when that for that ambition. So I like the fact that we can potentially just keep going with empath and keeper. Empath might be a little bit harder now because the white they do have a lot of cards that promote that type. So, and just as a reminder, the Empire just needs to have at least one fresh ship in the system to call it a control. They do not have to be the majority. That would be pretty tough to do. So, for example, right now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 of those ships. That would take the objectives down 6 spaces if I'm first region by the end of this chapter. So. So as far as points go, I think the best option that I have really is to lead with construction and to declare keeper. I think that is going to work out the best for me, and then I probably would need to pivot to tax for some relics. I could even try to raid some starports or sorry, just I was looking at myself. Maybe yellow is a potential option to raid for Sworn Guardians and to take that relic icon as well in case. Oh, if I steal it, then it gets buried. So then, yeah, that probably won't work. So let's go ahead and play construction. We'll declare. We can't bargain. And let's see what we can build. So we can build ships, right? So let's go ahead, since we do have a lot of aggression cards. I think it'll be wise to build some ships. Let's go ahead and build one in gate 3 and gate 4, because arrow 4 does leave it open to be rated here. Yeah, let's just go ahead and go to arrow. go with that. So yellow surpasses. They build some ships. White, they spawn some blight using the psionic. Okay, so they can spawn it with the psionic. I don't exactly know where that information comes from that they can do it, but now I guess we know. So, or I guess I know. You probably knew. So they spawned damaged blight in a couple of different areas, and white takes the initiative. They lead with aggression. They're not going to declare. They're moving the Imperial ships. They are so yellow is an outlaw. White is still a part of the Regency. Okay, so I do want to spread out some of these ships, and I do want to, yeah, make sure that I keep my cities open and potentially not have them be so open to attack. um, so let's. I'm afraid to like. I guess I could actually um, go for like aggression and use that to declare tyrant with, since I do have gate ports which help me gain some as people are moving across my gates, that can help me with my ability to control captives, right? um do I follow with an event? Events are these cards. I know that they mirror the lead. You can take as many actions with that as well. um and then the player with the initiative can call a summon and then roll an event with the summit. um that makes me think about like, yeah, it's different than like flipping this over to decide the Imperial Council. I think that is different for sure. Um, so I don't know if playing an event is the best thing to do right now. I think I'm going to lead, or sorry, surpass with my aggression and not seize the initiative. Um, should I use a psionic to move? So looking at the board, what are my plans, right? I want to move at least one of these Imperial ships into a new cluster for my ability. I need to look up and see what cluster means exactly. So clusters are the wedge-shaped areas on the board that include a set of 3 planets and the gate, right? So not I do have 6 Imperial ships, but I do want to make sure that I have them spread around. And so I think, yeah, moving is going to be very important. And, moving some of these ships to areas where I need them to be, especially on the opposite side of the map where I am not currently. Let's go ahead and spend a psionic to move. I I thought I could control Imperial ships by myself, but I think that will only happen if I, like, with anyone else. I need to have one of my ships with the Imperial ship as well. So, yes, I do get a catapult from my friends here in Gate 4. Let's go ahead and catapult into, or from Arrow 4, let's go to Gate 4. Let's go and probably leave Yeah, I'll eventually want to leave one of these ships here in this cluster. And let's go ahead and let's go to gate 5 and further. Let's just keep moving. If we go to gate 6, yeah, let's go to gate 6. Start moving our way around and keeping track of empath. Let's call it good there and start using our movement actions as well. So, it'd be cool to construct another starport. Actually, do I even have more starports? I do. Do I only have 3 cities on the board? Yeah. Yeah, I would want to get some more cities out on the board as well. So, I think the most important areas potentially to build another city would maybe be in like Arrow 3, where I was for that relic. Um, and so I can set myself up for that in a bit with some of these movements to make sure that I can um, have them controlled in the right areas. So let's go ahead. Okay, with 2 movements left, I really do need to get to these ships, and so maybe we catapult. Yeah, so we can catapult from 3x. Let's take 1 ship to catapult to 4x, and then should we go to 5x? Yeah, we'll go to 5x, or gate 5 rather, and let's go ahead to 5's crescent. Hang out with the ship so we can move it out of the way. And let's go ahead and just move that now. So let's move from that crescent to the gate so we can start trying to move them across the board. Okay, so yellow leads or surpasses with a 6. Looks like they did destroy my starport in Arrow 4. Okay, so it's a good thing that I left. I guess that leaves me opportunities to build another starport in these gates, and that will help with some potential catapult opportunities. Although we do have a lot of blight in the gates right now, and so that will affect me from being able to do that. So Tycoon is unsurprisingly announced by yellow. They led with administration. That gives me a good opportunity. Okay, so they're doing a lot of taxing. Yellow is solidifying their materials and things that they would need for Tycoon. And white looks like they taxed for. Um, oh, and they captured a couple of blue agents. Okay, okay. So they taxed and captured and got some psionic, and so they're looking pretty good for empath, and so I don't think we're going to chase that anytime soon. But this gives us a good opportunity to follow administration. I guess I do like the opportunity to play an event card now, since I don't have the lead, and take 4 administration events. Like I could definitely put some influence down on the Imperial Council, which is, I think, what I would like to do. I could bargain for outrage spreads. So this is interesting. So I have a thought here. Maybe, since I kind of forgot about it at first, Maybe we try to use outrage to do some damage here. So we could choose an outrage type, even and each player must provoke outrage of that type, and then you discard it. So I wouldn't necessarily look to outrage for maybe psionic in this case, but for yellow, making sure that they discard pretty much everything, all the material that they have, and the cards that they have, the guild cards that have like mining interest here. That might make Tycoon a little bit easier to chase for both uh, myself and the white player. Let's do it. Let's go ahead and bargain with this relic here. So we do outrage. Oh, right. And so we would have to do one that a rival could secure. So is there one that we would rather have? Construction, maybe? Would be nice to have because that would, um, yeah, that would be interesting. It would give us an opportunity to get another construction, which I kind of want to do. So let's just do it. Let's do construction union. Oh, I'm gonna undo that because I thought that it came to me. So let's see. We'll undo to here. And I know, I saw the next card, but it doesn't really, affect what I would do. So yellow, let's go ahead and give them probably like this mobilization card. So spacing union. Now I get to influence. Oh, right. So this is the part where I can influence outrage, and then let's go ahead and secure it. Oh, you know what'd be really cool? Okay. Sorry, I'm going to undo once again. Let's try this. So, bargain. Let's give them the admin union. And then we're going to do outrage spreads, secure that. We're going to outrage material. So they lose that card. All right. Cool. And then we could do it again. We could do it again with another relic. That's so cool. So let's see. While Tycoon is declared, you may discard any number of material and fuel to gain one resource of each. You may discard this to clear your material and fuel outrage. Okay. I don't know how outrage is kept in check here, but in any case. Okay. I don't think I need that. I do have populist demands here, which is interesting. Um, may declare an ambition. Would it be worth declaring or doubling down on Keeper? Looking at the board, yellow could tax for Keeper. For relics, right? They're pretty close. Let's end Prelude. I think we've taken enough of those. Let's influence the Imperial Council for sure. And then I can tax. We could do psionic. We could do fuel, weapon, and fuel. I mean, we could kind of go for Tycoon right now, since we did some damage to yellow in their Tycoon holdings. And so, how about we do that? Let's go ahead and tax. And let's move some things around. I do want to keep. We'll move the psionic resource there. Oh, fuel and capture. Ah, yes, that's right. Capture an agent. Okay, I like that idea. Can we do get another capture? No. I think I might want to influence again. um, I the tycoon's charm is nice. Now that um, the tycoon uh, ambition is not as striking in the lead for yellow, I don't know how much I'm willing to kind of go for some of these. I like the flexibility of the populist demands, and so I'm going to place one there and call it good. So white takes initiative. They start the summit. Um, do I want any negotiations with yellow? No. I don't feel like I'm in dire straits enough to warrant that quite yet. So sorry you don't get to really see negotiations happen. So we do have some blight that goes out, and they're damaging. Let's see. Sorry, we're gonna go back. So they destroyed a couple of ships. They destroyed one of my ships in Gate 3. Okay. Okay. It's not good. Um, and a bunch of other ships. They damaged one in Crescent 6. Yeah. All right. Okay. And white leads with construction. Looks like they repaired some ships and declared empath. No surprise there. So, yeah, they are quite in the lead for that. So, my thought is we could potentially follow with construction. I'm not too, and surpass. Yeah, I'm not too worried about missing out on like the tyrant. I think the tyrant ambition would be something that we could potentially do. So let's. I don't think I don't know if yellow has a construction. I'm gonna hedge my bet and try to lead, so that way I can play the aggression and declare tyrant. So that way I potentially keep it away from like another empath, double empath ambition. So let's go ahead and surpass. Now, do I secure with a relic? That would put me close to not. Well, that is true. I guess. Was it back up here? Populist demands. Oh yeah, that was me. I feel like I feel like the ambition changed from keeper to empath because I thought I did keeper earlier. So I guess I could go ahead and secure. I don't really have a way to um, get another. I mean, I could try to raid for like oh right, I couldn't for the Sworn Gardens. I would have to either pivot or something to tax a relic city to get that resource back, and so oh, that's a tough decision whether to use the relic. I guess I could change the edict. Whoops. To a policy of peace, and take relic or psionic from each region, even you. Um, that might help with psionic, I guess, but I don't know. And the empath. Yeah, let's do it. I think we do it. So let's go ahead and secure. No, we won't bargain. let's secure the Imperial Council. So we do that whole thing. Let's end and let's go ahead and build some stuff. So let's build another port there. Let's build a ship back in Gate 3 so we can move that. Yeah, and then let's build another ship in... Because I do need to think about how to move some of these ships, right? So I really need to move the one in Gate 5 and the two in Gate 4. Everyone else can stay. And so Gate 5 needs to get to... maybe I... let's see... So I think I... Let me back up real quick. So undo to here. Let's go ahead and build that starport instead. Or, sorry, build a ship in Gate 4. So now we have two ships that we can move. And then I suppose it's not going to make much of a difference. I think I would need to... yeah, let's go ahead and build a starport in 5. And then build a ship in 5. Yeah. So that way I can pick up this ship in 5 Arrow. And hopefully move it here in the next bit. So petition the council. So we do that. Yeah, flip that over. Let's withdraw from negotiations. Edicts. Oh, I guess I couldn't change it. So, all right. I guess we're collecting our own fuel. Collect a favor from white. Okay. Imperial action. What does that mean again? Place 2 fresh... Oh, okay. Place 2 fresh Imperial ships on a Empire-controlled system. Okay. Okay, this is good. This is good. So we can potentially put them... Let's see, 5 or 6, Gate 6. Put them on the edge there, and then... Oh, actually, it would be nice to have them maybe Gate 4, because that way I already have 2 ships there, so I just need to build another one and then be able to move them out. So let's go ahead and put them in Gate 4, and then let's change over to Policy of Peace. Okay. All right, good. So then... I think this is the first time I've ever had a favor. And I'm outraged for materials. I think it's the first time I've had a favor to use. So I don't know. I guess we'll be able to use those a little bit later. So let's go ahead and play aggression. We'll declare tyrant, and I think that's the right thing to do since I do have an event. I can mirror only if I lose the initiative, and so let's do that. I don't need to secure or bargain right now with anything. I could use the fuel to move. That would put me tied for Tycoon. That's tough. That's tough. I think, I mean, I kind of want to do that because I think that's what I really need to move a lot, right? In order to set myself up for success. So I'm going to make a sacrifice now for hopefully more points later. And so let's go ahead. We're not really doing well with psionic anyway, so let's go ahead and move the psionic. With psionic, let's move. Let's go gate 5 to arrow 5. Just move that guy. Let's go. So we're going to move from arrow 5 to gate 5. Move both of those. Then can we... Yes, we can... Oh, we cannot catapult. Okay, we can only catapult to 3. But that's... Yeah, I figured that was going to be the case. So go to... we'll go here. And then, yeah, we'd have to move again. And hopefully get to gates 1, 2, and 3. Okay, white is going to move a couple of ships. That doesn't help. It's hard when they're still in the Regency and they can move those ships as well. Foiling my plans. Okay, mobilization. All right, so that's nice. They do put... okay. They do move an influence there, so I am tempted to place another influence there as well, just to keep things balanced. Let's go ahead. So now, since they kind of spread around those ships, let's go ahead and try to make do with what we have. Let's move from gate 6 to gate 1 with at least one of these ships. Let's just do 1 and 2. Let's do that. And then we can at least move from gate 4 to gate 3 with 1 and 1. So yellow's moving around. They took the initiative. Okay, they're doing the edicts. Policy of peace. Okay. So they're going to collect, I guess psionic is going to be... Oh, and do they get my relic as well? Oh, man. Oh, they put it on the first region. Okay. That's fine. But, yeah, since I am of the... since I'm the first region, I suppose I can do this. So this is not the greatest round for me as far as points and ambitions go. Empath, I've got lost, I think. Tyrant, I'm also... Do we do this? Give 1 weapon to each region from supply. That'll set us up. I mean, I kind of like doing the fresh ships again. Bonus city power on uncovered city slots. Okay. Yeah. But yeah, no one really would have the... Yeah, I wouldn't be able to get anything from white since they are the only region. I could, though, with Tyrant, though, I could take... If I switch to a policy of war, I guess that, yeah, that wouldn't really help me. But Okay, that's okay. That's okay. Okay, so I still scored, for let's go back and review the scoring here. So second place, 2 points there, 2 points there for me. Empath, yeah. So I was in second place for a lot of these things. So it got me a few things. I guess I did need to move to 4, but in case I do get some more opportunities for Tyrant. Oh, which actually is going to be the focus, one of the focuses here, since Yellow led with Construction 3. So, that'll be interesting. And let's look at my cards as well. While White surpasses with, they just move some ships. Once again, construction, aggression, and administration. So, I am going to use these opportunities to try to move and build in certain areas, and I want to make sure that I am building in areas that will help me with the ambitions that I think I'm going to be chasing now. So I think that's going to be Keeper and Tycoon when it comes to resources that I can take care of. So I could potentially move like my 3 ships over to 6 hex over here to build a city in this relic region. I could move like one of these ships up to 1 arrow and double build there as well. That wouldn't be too bad. I do need to get a ship over to an Imperial ship over to this gate here in 2, and so it would be nice to catapult from 4 to 3 through 3, and so I'd need to fight the Blight and Yellow to do that. So I don't know if that's going to quite happen. With okay, yeah, with construction being the card to follow, I don't. I don't know. Like I could follow with Warlord maybe and surpass, and then lead with something else. I'm not ready to tax yet with administration. Yeah, I think I would want to declare either administration or use this aggression to declare Tycoon with. And so I think I will surpass with construction. Skip that. I could move with fuel. That might not. Oh, that might be not too bad. But here's the thing. I am outraged. We're all outraged for materials right now, and so I couldn't tax in this sector anyway. So that does present in 1 arrow. So that does present an issue. And so I would want to build a city where there are fuel. I mean, I could most certainly tax the presence that I have there, and so yeah, I think I'm basically looking for just places that I can build some cities off, and because I need 2 more cities on the board. So, do I need the extra move with fuel? I could. I could do that. Then I could tax and grab for keeper. Yeah, let's move. Let's set myself up for a build here. Let's set myself up for a build for fuel. No, for relic, because I don't have a city that's in a relic position right now. So let's do that move that I was talking about. Let's go to Crescent 6 over to Hex 6 with all 3 of my ships. Let's get out of here. We don't need to control. Or I could just move with 1 ship and still kind of hover over. So, okay, yeah, let's undo that real quick. Apologize for the undoings. But let's go ahead and move from Crescent 6 to Gate, or to Hex 6 with just 1 ship. That's all the presents we need to build. So let's go ahead and build that city there. Let's go ahead and build some ships. Do I need to build another starport? Not really. I think I'm okay with where the starports are. So let's continue to, should we build another ship in 5, Gate 5? I could. I kind of want to do it in 3 just so I don't... Who could I repair? Oh, I could repair that ship. That's fine. Let's just go ahead and build another ship in 5, Gate 5 then. Keep our presence there with that ship that I have there. I took the initiative. So let's go ahead and declare Keeper. Yep. With administration. So play that, declare Keeper. Let's go ahead and influence Imperial Council. Let's go ahead and tax for a relic. Let's go here. And let's tax again for another relic. Yeah. Yes, let's do that. Put that right there for now. They pivoted with aggression, and they secured the spacing lumen union. White gained a psionic and relic, and another psionic, and another psionic. They captured... Okay. Oh yeah, they taxed the yellow city and captured the yellow agent, so they're in the lead for Tyrant right now. And they took the initiative. They start with administration and declare empath, unsurprisingly, so that, yeah, that places them in the lead for Tyrant as well as for empath. They're getting more psionic and weapons here. Okay. Yeah, so they're sitting pretty well for the ambitions that they have set for themselves, while I have kept the Keeper. All right. So, do I don't know some of these other cards here. So, Blight looms. Destroy all damaged blight in a cluster. Okay. And then repair all blight if a crisis occurs. Nothing looks too damaged right now, so that's not great. And then Song of Freedom. We've seen this one before. Replace any loyal city with a free city. Yeah. Populist demands wouldn't make any sense right now. I'm just trying to think. I would want to probably pivot at this point and either secure the Imperial Council, claiming that captive, as well as making sure I guess I could... Oh, interesting. With this favor, this might be the first time I get to use a favor too. But I might want to, perform an edict or something like that too if I declare the Imperial Council in session. And then I would use my other aggression to move. I'm not too interested in battling right now. So let's go ahead and pivot. Do we pivot with the 6 or the 2? I don't think Tycoon is going to be very useful right now. So let's go ahead and pivot with this card. We won't seize that. We could secure with a relic, though. I don't really have a way to gain more relics unless I switch over to a policy and enforce a policy where white gives some relics over to me. Let's not worry about that now, and let's use our aggression to secure the Imperial Council and save that prelude action for later if need be. Okay, so let's start the summit. Let's return some favors. So this would be interesting if I use this favor now from the white. I could take a captive. I could take a psionic or a resource. I'm going to take a captive. Let's petition the council. Not leave the empire. No negotiations. Edict. I get to collect that agent again. Distribute weapons of war, or policy of war weapons to blue. Yep. Put it there for now. And then switch over to policy of peace. Right? I think so. And then do another Imperial Council to see if I can steal or claim some of those other opportunities. So now I can do an event card. Let's mirror the mobilization. So Tyrant and Keeper are looking good. Empath, yeah. So let's end Prelude there. Let's influence Imperial Council. And then move. Let's move. So let's go ahead from Gate 3 to Gate 2. And let's just move 2 of our ships there. So now we have presence in every single cluster. Oh, except for the one that I just moved out of. And so I'm going to have to move from 4 over to 3. Okay. No negotiations. Policy of peace. Okay. Thank you for that. So let's go ahead and take... so empath. I could more solidify my position with Keeper, or I could tie up empath. I kind of like that idea. Let's go ahead and collect that psionic from white. And yeah, collect that relic. That doesn't necessarily mean anything for me, so let's go ahead and keep a policy of peace. Let's go ahead and start the round. Okay, construction 2. So white is battling yellow. They're trying to, I think, raid. Secret Torpedoes comes in with the reroll. Damage some ships. Oh, so maybe they weren't... Oh, sorry. They used their resource, their weapon resource to fight, and they didn't battle for any of those cities or raid any cities. My misunderstanding. So let's go ahead and move. Since we're sitting pretty good for Tyrant and Empath, we're tied for all of those. I could surpass construction. Oh, I kind of want to do that right now. I know I'm not really in a position to build, but then I can have 2 aggression. Yeah, I can have 2 pips worth of actions with that. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm not going to be battling. I could secure, but I'm not going to. So end the prelude. Let's go ahead and build, again, some ships. Let's go ahead and build another ship here for sure. I don't really feel the need to repair that ship that I have up there, so let's just go ahead and build another ship. I could build another starport, but that might be a good thing to do. I could foresee like yellow trying to move from their position here through gate 6. So having a ship right there would be a starport right there would be nice. So let's just go ahead and do that. I like it when they do move through the gates and have to give me an agent. So now I get to lead with aggression. No prelude. Let's go ahead. Let's secure Imperial Council and further secure some of these, like Empath, I think, is what I want to do. Tyrant looks good. And let's go ahead and move again. So we're going to move from 4 over to 3. We'll just move 2 of those like so. And there we go. So they're going to copy, they're going to move. White zeroed with an event. Okay, interesting. Okay, held the initiative. Let's just keep petitioning the council so we can keep doing this again. No negotiations. It's taken them a long time to do that. Let's do the edicts. We get to do policy of peace. So let's go ahead and collect that relic from White and myself. And I don't know. At this point, I'm liking the kind of control that I have over a lot of the area on the map. And so I think since I'm looking pretty good, I guess, yeah. Let's go ahead with a policy of escalation to place more Imperial ships on the board and in the future perhaps solidify Tycoon. Yellow builds. And so we score for Tyrant, we score for Keeper. Second place for Empath. We're looking pretty good. We're only 1 away from our objective. Yellow declares Tyrant. Okay. They influence the Imperial Council. We want to make sure that we keep that. And it looks like we could potentially surpass with this 4 pip card since Tyrant was declared not Tycoon. So I do have a lot of options for declaring Tycoon if need be. It's not going to be my first thought. I think I would rather go for like Keeper or Empath. So let's go ahead and surpass with the 2. Let's just take advantage of all of these actions that we get. So we're going to influence the Imperial Council twice. We're going to move so we can build a city for that extra bonus point. So we just need to move into one area, and that area is going to be for, let's see, I have access to psionic weapons here. I can tax psionic, let's see, fuel, relics. It's really just material that has been outrage to me, but I don't know. Maybe that will change as we move into Act 3. So it might be worth building out a city there for a little bit of diversity. So let's go ahead and move from Gate 1 to Arrow 1. Let's go ahead and move both of those ships there just in case because that blight is there. And should we throw down another influence somewhere? We can make something a little bit harder for someone else to declare and keep track of. We do have like a Tyrant to keep track of. Maybe Song of Freedom. I think that would help white out a lot if they take off like one of my cities or something. So let's go ahead and place that to kind of block them for now. Okay, so let's go ahead and lead with, do another mobilization, I guess. I could lead with aggression here and declare Tycoon. At some point, you know, I mean, score-wise, I'm looking pretty good, and so I like the opportunity to potentially, yeah, I wouldn't be able to double secure this turn because I don't have enough. I guess I could do populist demands, actually. I could double secure. I would be, doing a policy of escalation too. So, yeah, let's do that. So let's play aggression. Let's declare Tycoon. Can't do anything. Let's secure Imperial Council. Let's secure populist demands. We'll declare that for Keeper. And Diplomatic Fiasco comes out. Okay. And I have one more action, so I could battle, but I don't really want to. I could bargain. um, oh, that'd be interesting, actually. Okay, here's a thought. So, any loyal rival city you control. Do I control 6 Crescent? If I do, if I bargain and give Tycoon's Charm to white, let's see what this does. So then I can influence Song of Freedom and secure it. So that frees 6 hex. Oh, I would have to. Oh, okay. It does secure me the initiative for the next round though, so that's nice. Okay. Sure. That does get me. It actually helps me out because of the Tyrant. That does help me. Um, Wait a minute. How did I get 3? How did I get 3 ships? Okay, Battle the Empire and Crescent 4. I was looking up in my personal supply here, and I didn't see that the yellow. Oh, yellow's an outlaw. They battled the Empire and Crescent 4C over here. Okay. The Empire destroyed the ships. Oh, because I'm the first regent, the ships went to me. Cool. Okay. Well, if I was a warlord, that would be great. So, all right. Cool. And they surpassed. White's moving around. Yellow took initiative. Start the summit. Let's just keep doing that. No negotiations. They would need to negotiate with me, but that's not going to happen. Definitely choose edicts. I could collect a favor from White. That sounds nice. More so than collecting weapons, so I like that. And let's put some ships down. So, I gotta remember that White is, or Yellow rather, is an outlaw right now. So, um, so I'm a little bit more concerned for where they were just attacking the Imperial ships, and so I'm gonna put some more down there. And let's keep it. Let's keep with. Yeah, let's keep with that policy of escalation. Oh, I guess I didn't seize the initiative with that Song of Freedom. Okay, so they taxed my city for psionic. That's okay. White's mirroring. They try to clear unset outrage. Okay. Feel outrage. Why did they get an error? I don't know. Tycoon's charm. Yeah, they're influencing. They're back at the court there. So, it would be nice to influence as well on my end. Keeper still looking good. Tycoon. That's what I need to make sure I am trying my best to be ready for. So I think I want to save. I don't feel the need to move, so I'm going to pivot with mobilization and influence Imperial Council. That's my top priority right now, I think, is to keep that. I'm just one objective away from making sure that happens, but I do need to keep that Imperial the first regent token on my side. So crisis happens. Looks like we have some damaged ships on the board. Okay. Lead with mobilization. They're spreading around some influence. Okay. So following this, I guess I don't really have a way to secure what I want to do. So I do think I need to. I guess I could copy. Yeah, I could copy with construction and keep the Imperial Council influenced. I think that's my best bet. And then administration occurs. Yellow does not declare anything because they can't for ambitions, and so they keep the initiative there. White is moving some ships around, and they move the ship out of cluster 6. So I'm going to have to move them back. So let's do this. Tax repair. Oh, I guess I can't. I don't have a fuel anymore. I had to give that up because of the edict. I can't really. Yeah, I can't move that ship back. But that's okay. That's okay. So copy or pivot with construction. Do I need to build anything? Probably. Let's go ahead and copy, and let's go ahead and tax. Yeah, let's go ahead and tax for Keeper's looking good. Tycoon. That's the best we can do right now, I think, is to just keep at least our name in the running for the tycoon ambition. Okay, so white construction is. I have to copy. I'm not going to move. I could move. I could move. Yeah, let's just go ahead and move since this is the last turn. So yeah, we'll move from gate 5 over to gate 6. Move that ship over there. Now we're in every single cluster, and we're gonna build that city. We're gonna build that city. So 3 points there, 4 points there, and 6. Good. And we met our objective. Fantastic. Okay, so now I think we resolve. White adds a couple of cards to the court deck. Blue adds a couple to the court deck as well. And yeah, we're going to reset everything for Act 3. So I'll cut and catch you at the beginning of Act 3 and see what our opponent's goals are going to be for their fates. Starting with Act 3. So I start with 30 points here. So far, so good when it comes to points. We got the judge for the white side. So I've seen the judge before. They want to make sure that everyone ties for when they win ambitions. If they do so, they drop their objective counter. And once again, the objectives in this round for these See Fate cards is if they reach their objective, regardless of anyone else's score, they win the game. I did lose the last time I played this because of that. And then the survivalist. This one is new to me. You can do a flagship, no longer declare tyrant. You gain less power from winning ambitions. Okay, I don't know what that means, but as Stewart, we kept the Stewart. We're going to go all the way and see if we can make sure we fulfill our objectives here. So by the end of Act 3, I need to be the regent and the empire. You're a regent and the empire controls all outlaw cities, or there are no outlaws. And you're the first regent, and there's Imperial Trust has more resources than the current chapter. So it has to have 4 or more resources on it. And that will dictate my choice of policy here. I think, so these do change a little bit. So this one gives me more points as I collect those resources. This is nice too. This adds 4 fresh ships instead of just 2. And then policy of war. Gain weapon and any one resource to each regent from the supply. Okay. Interesting. So my main objective this round, this chapter, this act, is to be in control of the systems that are controlled by outlaws. And so right now, that is essentially, oh, and looks like I lost a bunch of cities too. So that is essentially the yellow folks down here in gate 4. So at least we have a starship here, a starport here, to be able to build some ships and at least put our control. We don't have to battle. So I do like the thought of this policy of escalation first to put more Imperial ships on. That would be, I think, more suited to what I'm trying to accomplish. And so as soon as everything is set up here and we are ready to draw our cards, Chapter 1, yeah, we draw our cards. Let's take a look, and I lead. Let's take a look at what they need to do. So this is the judge. So yeah, if you're advance 1 for each ambition where players are tied for first, that is their main objective to do. Judge is chosen. Let's see. You can take actions with the judge's loyal ships. You may add the judge's loyal ships in battle. Okay. So they have some help there. Vow of fairness. Trophies and captives can be stolen. They cost a key symbol. Those please. Okay. So they can do that. The Arbiter. You may give any number of your trophies, captives to empty resource slots, pieces, loyal. Okay, so that way I guess they can kind of even the odds a little bit when it comes to those. And the Survivalists, let's see what they need to do. So they every time they win an ambition, advance one for each captive you have, or for each bunker on the map, whichever is lower. And then advance one each time a blight crisis happens at a planet with a bunker. So there must be a bunker token out on the board some here, building bunkers. Okay. You can build bunkers on the planet, one per planet. Okay. Scrap an agent from your supply. When a rival destroys a bunker. Okay. They can be harmed like buildings, but they take 2 hits to each to damage and destroy. Okay, so they're tough. I don't think they start with any bunkers on the board yet, but yeah, once again, for our purposes, we just need to be in control. We just need to be in control. And all their cities. So yeah, so that's going to be our focus. All right, so things changed a little bit because of cards. I do not have control of any of these ambitions yet. So yeah, that happened. So I kind of want to play an aggression. I don't know if I'm wanting to declare an ambition yet. I do have a good spread of what I can do, and I have some construction cards to build some cities too. But yeah, let's go ahead. Actually, I might want to start with construction. I suppose since yellow is an outlaw, I could battle them and go for a warlord stance on things. I could battle and raid some of these cities here. So that's an option. I do have a presence there. I kind of like that. So let's go ahead and play construction. Let's declare warlord. Let's shoot for it. Let's go ahead and build a ship in gate 4. Let's go ahead and build. I guess I don't know. I guess we could build a starport in gate 2. I don't really see the need to do that. I think I want more ships. So I think going to 5 is going to be good. Oh, I do build a damage ship since the white person was there. I forgot about that. That's okay. If that comes back to bite me, then it's my fault. So let's go to the nearest one, which would be gate 3, and kind of go from there. So let's see what yellow does. They surpassed, everyone surpassed. White played an event. They've spawned their damaged blight. Okay. Yellow started a summit. Sorry, I don't know how they did that. Okay, crisis happens in Hex 3. So it's damaging a bunch of their ships, yellow and white. Okay. And then yellow starts with an administration and spreads around that influence. White will surpass with a 5. They influence the Imperial Council. We don't want that to happen. So we might as well surpass with administration. think that's going to be good. Let's go ahead and influence that Imperial Council. Keep that strategy going, I suppose. And I think this is a good time to tax. We can go ahead and tax for psionic, I suppose. I think more so for the flexibility of the psionic resource rather than for the ambition at this point. So let's just go ahead and do that. I do need to get out there and start building stuff so I can hold more resources as well. Oh, and I just noticed that the outrage did continue on into the next act here. So that is what it is. Okay. So if I lead... See, I lost all of my opportunities to like tax the cities that I had like up on the top of the board here for relics. And so I'm less inclined to lead and declare an ambition with my aggression card. But I think what I want to do, I think I'll lead with aggression here. I think I want to kind of get out into the spaces where I need to go. And let's do a movement here. Yeah, kind of go where I need to go, and then construct the cities that I have in order to, place where I need to go. So let's go from gate 4. Let's move to gate crescent 4. We're gonna leave a couple of Imperial ships behind, I suppose. I could move, so one of them will stay behind, which I guess is going to be okay. So yeah, let's move as many as I can. Let's go ahead and battle. We're gonna battle yellow in Crescent 4C. So we'll battle with the Empire. We can potentially go for some raiding here as well. I am quite interested in that actually. So what if we do like 3 raid dice and then 1? We only need to damage them once. So let's see what this does for us. We dealt 1 hit. So let's go ahead and take out that Imperial ship. And then 1 hit and then 2 bombardments. Like so. Ransack. Yeah. Let's ransack some of these guys. Silver Tongues, I like Silver Tongues. I don't want them to steal a guild card or a resource. Tax collectors. When you tax an outlaw city, you may take the resource from their player board. That's pretty cool. Yellow is an outlaw, so I don't need to worry about that one. And then Council Insiders. When you secure a guild card, you may flip the intercession. Oh, I like that. Let's go for this one. So we ransack, and we can take Sworn Guardians. That actually just gets removed, and that's fine. And, oh, right. I forgot. Maybe that was okay to keep the... Yeah, that's fine. And then we'll take a fuel from them, put it there. Great. Okay. And then, do I just go ahead and take out their starport? I could do that. Let's just clear them off of this map. And then I'll try to use my another aggression card to move over to the the other spot there. So let's go ahead and roll all of these raid dice. Okay, so we just do 1 damage. And, all right, it is what it is. Okay, yellow copies. They secure tax collectors. Song of Freedom was added. Oh, white is battling yellow as well. In 5, yep. And yellow is gone there. It's not looking good for yellow as an outlaw. So, yeah. Warlord is looking good for me. If I could continue to battle and yeah, I actually Tyrant looks good too. You know, let's just go ahead and declare. Let's just go ahead and declare Tyrant too with this aggression. I don't think I would mind taking just like 1 action from the rest of these. I could try to gamble and lead with mobilization. Solidifying my actually, yeah, let's actually play mobilization. Let's not declare keeper. Do I move? I could move. See, I'm not terribly worried for points right now. I know my opponents could catch up really quick, but is this movement going to be worth? Because I only have 2 pips to move and influence, so yeah, I kind of want to. I think I need to do this. So I'm going to move from gate 3 to gate 4, and I don't really need to keep. As more resources. I really just need to get the Imperial Council, and I guess influence some of these other cards and obtain them for my council insiders to work, which I think is going to be great. So let's go ahead and move pretty much everyone. Let's just move all of my blue ships there, and then from gate 4 we're going to move into 4 arrow. Just move everyone there. And then we're going to influence the Imperial Council. Oh, wait. No, if it's already in session. Yes, it's in session. So I don't need to influence that quite yet. So let's go ahead and place 1 on Silver Tongues and 1 on Construction Union. Set myself up for an opportunity to claim those. Yellow is going to influence. White really wants to influence as well. That scares me, but I do keep. Oh, nope, I don't. So white or yellow continues their influence, and white has taken the Imperial Council. So I have to give them my mobilization card. Forgot about that. So I follow administration. Okay. What's going to be the best thing to do? Okay, so Warlord I am winning at. I could follow with an aggression and just go ahead and battle the yellow ships in 4 before I build. So yeah, we don't need to do any administration. They really went for those court influences, which is bothering. So let's not seize the initiative. Let's battle yellow in 4 arrow. Let's do some damage. Let's go ahead and roll a couple of Yeah, let's take some chances. Let's do this. I dealt 2 and I suffered 2 hits. Okay. Okay, take out a couple airships and make sure that that works. So this will be a negotiation-free game, I think. And that's fine with me. Really taking their time. Yeah, I don't know if they would be able to actually negotiate with each other. White becomes first regent, so I really do need to get that back in order, because I think I have to reach these objectives to win the game, despite my score, right? I don't know. So let's go ahead and play some Empire ships. We're not worried about... Yeah, let's just put them in gate 4. Give us some flexibility there. Okay. This is new. Imperial sponsor. What does that mean? Sponsored tyrant. They are winning that. I am not familiar with... Oh, here it is. This is a new edict. The first regent must place a sponsor token, and they may add 1 resource they have to the Imperial Trust. Okay. When a player declares the sponsored ambition, they must take 1 resource from the Imperial Trust, gain the power for the second place on the place ambition, and return the sponsor token to the first regent tile. If they are an outlaw, they become a regent. Okay. Okay, so it's sponsored, and if someone, including the player who is the first regent, declares that ambition that is sponsored, they take 1 resource from the Imperial Trust, gain the power for second place. Okay, so they gain points, and then return the sponsor token to the first regent. Okay, so it's just a way to get some points, I suppose. All right. Yellow leads with mobilization. White copies. They influence. And I suppose I'm going to pivot and build a city in 4C, just to get that out there. Okay, chapter ends. So ambitions, warlord gets to score. So the sponsored one did not get to score at all. An empath, I guess we do get second place there. So yeah, warlord, empath, great, good. Yeah, nothing happened with tyrant yet. Okay, yellow leads with mobilization. They declare tycoon. They are in the lead for that, so that makes sense. White pivots with aggression. They get the Song of Freedom. And then for mobilization, so I have 2 events here. I'm really tempted to play an event to be able to mirror a lot of this influence. So let's go ahead and do that. So influence, can't do the Imperial. Let's go ahead and do construction union, I suppose. What would be, I guess it would be pretty similar either way. So let's just go ahead and influence a lot. I don't need to move right now. I have opportunities to move later, so. Okay. Yellow starts a summit. I guess they don't flip over the council. I don't think they would want to. So Blight, Imperial Protectors. Okay, so blue ships are damaged. Okay. Some of my blue ships down here are damaged. Yellow's battling me. Okay. They captured a blue ship there. Okay. So. Oh, and looks like white is also battling me out here in Aaron 5. Okay. All right, so I could surpass with 6 here. That might not be bad to do. The thing is, I want to move all of these Imperial ships into these areas to control yellow, but I do need to. Um, oh, actually, this is my opportunity to secure some of these cards, actually, rather than like move and fight. This actually might work out to my advantage. Let's go ahead and surpass. Let's secure. So, Silver Tongues, I can discard this to discard a guild card, which is nice. Construction Union, construction card, yeah. Let's go ahead and get Silver Tongues. And now we get to flip Council into Session. Fantastic. And then let's secure Construction Union as well. Influence the Imperial Council in Session. So, perfect. That's what I wanted to do. I'm a little nervous about doing Warlord. I guess I could go for Keeper. I do lead Keeper. So this would be a good opportunity to move. If I mobilize and move some of my ships, I keep checking my objectives. I need to get First Regent, so I'll need to secure at some point. Yeah, so I really just need to move some of those Imperial ships, I think, to help me control those areas. So, actually, construction to build some ships. Because I can move some ships from. Oh, it'd be nice to battle too. Actually, it'd be nice to battle the starport here and not have to worry about that. I think, but I guess I could just move. Yeah, I think I'm going to construct. I'll declare keeper. Um, do I take the construction union? Yeah, yeah, I think that'll be fine. Let's let's just take that. I could steal a resource or a guild card. 2 fresh ships. Oh, this is nice too. If I steal this, then I. Oh, this makes me become an outlaw. I don't want that. The Arbiter. I could steal that away from White. That'd be kind of funny. Um, Informant. Let's see. Discard this to seize the initiative. That would be kind of nice. Move Blight. Catapulting. Okay, so Spore ships would be good because I could catapult from 6 all the way through to 4 with these 2 ships. So let's go ahead and steal. Can I steal it? Oh, I can't steal Spore ships. It's protected. That's why. Okay. So I could only steal Lattice Spies. Which, that's not too bad. Let's just go ahead and steal that for fun. And let's go ahead and build Build me an army worthy of Mordor. And let's build another ship. Where am I the most vulnerable? I think would be right here. In 6? No, yeah, in 3. So let's just get some more ships out on the board. Okay, so they're building that starport, or utilizing that with construction, and white mobilizes. Yellow starts with administration, gaining some relics. So keeper is tied. We don't want ties for the judge. Got to keep that in mind. Okay. So let's see. I could play administration, or I could play an event. It'd be really nice to declare tyrant. I guess there is the populist demands out there. Oh. I'd love to secure that card. So I might need to influence populist demands. Maybe council intrigue as well. Like 2, I place 2 on populist, 1 on council, and then, or 1 and 1, and then, or 2 on populist, and then tax for a psionic or a relic. Wait, can I do relic? No, I don't have control or influence there. So with the psionic, I could tax or influence. So yeah, let's go ahead and do event. And then seizing, I don't really need to seize right now. I don't think I need to. Let's go ahead and influence populist demands. Let's do it again. I really want that one. And then let's tax for psionic. White starts the summit. They take the first region back. Did I ever have it? Yeah, I took it back and they got it back, so. Edicts happen. Okay, so let's go ahead and put some more of these ships out. Let's just go ahead and place them right out here, right next to our friends in yellow. Govern with authority. Okay. I don't see any reason to change. I like that. I think that'll serve me best. So, empath is declared. Warlord is declared. Okay. Empire battles yellow. Okay, great. Well, looks like white took care of the yellow outlaws in that area. So that that's crazy. I could go ahead and build out a city right there just to take that spot, I suppose. Yeah. I could copy and secure the Imperial Council in session, or the populist demands wouldn't really matter right now anyway, so I think I might as well. Wow, okay. I might as well go ahead and. Oh, what do I do? White's going to lead again. My only opportunity to move would be to use the mobilization, and I want to move over to this other place. So I might. I really want to secure, but I also want to. I guess I do have a psionic that I can use in the prelude phase to. What could I do with it? I could move with it, I suppose. So let's go ahead and pivot with construction. We don't need the initiative. Move, battle, secure. So I could secure with psionic. So let's do that, and then let's let's build that city. Uh, right there, perfect. Okay, that's good enough for me. Okay, start the summit. Should I return a favor? Do I need anything from them? I mean, I could force a favor in my direction. I could take an empath, a psionic resource from them. I could also, but I could also tax for that, and so I might want to take a relic. Oh, I couldn't take a relic from yellow. I'd have to raid their starport for that resource, which might be nice to do. So for Warlord, yeah, let's do it. Let's go ahead and return some favors. Let's grab. We can trade favors, but no. I think I would want. Um, oh, I guess that didn't work out the way that I thought it would. I can't get their resource. I could just trade the I could just trade the favor and call it even. I don't need their captives. I could take a trophy. And make sure I get second place, I guess. Yeah. So let's take a yellow ship trophy. Petition the council. Withdraw. Okay. Edict. Collect a favor from white. Forgive blue. Yeah. Okay. Um, let's actually move to a policy of peace so we can get some resources onto the first regent card tile. Um, let's keep it. Oh, whoops. Oh, well, okay. Let's go back. Let's go back. So I got a favor Imperial action. Let's do that. Let's keep it on Tyrant. Because if I declare that at some point, I think I am well set up to take advantage of that. Okay, they lead with mobilization 6. Okay. So I do have a mobilization available. Let's go ahead and copy. I don't need to seize. I think I'm okay without that. But let's go ahead and move from Crescent 4 to Arrow 4. Yeah, it's kind of hard to see. Let's go ahead and move. Let's see, we can move 2 and 2. Let's do that. Yep. Yellow builds some ships, so they're trying to protect that one spot they have there. And white passed initiative to me. Okay. So I get to lead with administration. Warlord, I'm going to get second place. Keeper, I'm tied. Empath, second place. So if I could get if I am able to get a relic, that would be nice. Because, yeah, for the judge, I guess we're only tied for one thing right now, so that's not It's not terrible. If I... Oh, wait. I can tax here. Okay, we're good. Because... Oh, yeah, because I do have control of 4 right here. So we're good. We're good. So, yeah, let's go ahead and grab that. Let's... Should we tax him again? I can't. Huh. That's okay. Empath. I guess I can only tax that one city once, so that makes sense. But we can tax 3 times and ensure that we win empath. We're tied for keeper. Warlord is tied too. Okay, that's not good. What just happened? I gave a captive yellow agent to blue. Oh, because of white's ability to make things even. Okay. All right. So we do get some good scoring opportunities there. I really do need to get some resources onto the first regent tile. So influence seems like a good way to go. I'm looking really good for empath. So let's go ahead and play mobilization, declare empath. I do want to declare tyrant too. I guess I did. Yeah, I didn't really think about that, but yeah, should we do the move secure? No. That's why I played in mobilization. I could secure populist demands though. We could do that. Declare tyrant. That gets me 3 points. Imperial Council. Movement. I think I'm okay. I don't need to move right now. So let's go ahead and place on the admin union so I can set myself up for potentially utilizing my guild, which I still have, right? Yeah, the Council Insiders, which is really nice. Okay, white did aggression. Yellow took initiative, led with mobilization, so they're moving. White also did some aggression. They're moving. Okay. I don't... Let's see. Flip the... So, yeah. I want to secure the Imperial Council. I can do that with my empath, I suppose. So, let's go ahead and mirror. Yeah, I think we're doing pretty well with what we've got. So, skip. Yeah. So we'll influence the council intrigue. Oh, wrong. Not the council intrigue. The other council intrigue. This one? Yeah, here we go. All right. All right. For fun, I mean, we can... I think at this point, we're just kind of playing this court game here, which is interesting because that's kind of what our opponents wanted to do earlier on. All right, so policy of peace. So we're going to collect that psionic for myself and that favor It's interesting, I think I keep this policy because I can really only tax like myself for these resources to put onto the first region policy. And where should we sponsor? Should we do Tycoon again? Yeah, let's do Tycoon again. Or, oh, not Tycoon. I was thinking Tyrant, but we can't do that. So, Keeper? Maybe? I'm hoping to discard this starport and build a city here. So I could potentially start taking care of that. Yeah, let's just do Keeper because I don't think Tycoon's going to work out for me. So Keeper, add that Psionic. Yep, let's do that. That's fine. Oh, White took it from the Imperial Trust. Wait. Judge sets it. Oh, I forgot about the judge setting the agenda. Where is that? Valor Fairness? No. Ugh. That's going to make it a little bit harder to fill that up. Okay. Still in the lead, though, so that's nice. Following construction. I don't need to construct. I think I need to move. But I can't. The only movement that I have is with aggression. And I would need to use the aggression to fight. I've got weapons that are outraged for me as well, so I wouldn't be able to use that resource even if I wanted to. Nothing makes sense for me to construct right now, so I think I'm going to have to battle. And then hopefully they play some aggression cards that I can copy with. So let's go ahead and battle. Oh, here's the other thing too. Yellow is creating quite the presence here, so I do need to cut off, I think, their ability to build out starports here. So let's go and finish that attack here in 4 yellow with the Empire. It'd be nice to bombard and raid. So let's do this. Got 3 hits. Okay. 2 bombardments. Okay. I can't raid anything with 1 key, so, but I took out the starport at least, so. Yellow called a summit. Are they going to come back into the Regency? Could they? Not sure. Okay, edicts. Forgive blue. Another favor from white. Okay. Leave that policy of peace. I think that's my best shot, honestly. Imperial sponsor. I guess I have to move it again. Tycoon, I guess. Warlord. I'm kind of setting myself up for that too, so sure. Oh. Administration. Oh, I forgot about their bunkers. They're really setting up a bunker here. Okay. Following administration, I could take the lead. I could surpass. But yeah, I guess that's pretty much all I can do. Actually, do I want to surpass? I'm hoping for some other types of actions here because I'm not the biggest fan of what I have going on. I could pivot and construct. I don't need the initiative. I could build Yeah, I could build that city in 4. Yeah, let's do that. A construct. They lead with construct. They white copies. Okay. Okay, I could pivot. I don't need to repair. For yeah, the control. Let's go ahead and tax for empath. Good. Keeper. Probably keeper. Yeah. Are they going to steal that away from me? Did they? No, they didn't. Okay. It's still here. Okay, we're good. All right, and then mobilization, I'm going to do it again. I'm going to pivot, and I could bargain. Would that do me any good? See, I can't... Well, no. I would have to give up that relic, and I don't want to do that. So let's go ahead and tax again. Let's just go for another relic here. And then they copied the mobilization. Score the ambitions. Great. Okay. I'm at 105. That's crazy. But all that will mean nothing, I think, if I don't meet my objectives. Okay, looks like we did some battling here. White's battling yellow. Looks like they're... Where do they battle again? I wasn't paying attention. Galactic Bards. Nice. Gate 3. Okay, so they're battling up here. Okay. Following that aggression... Huh. I wish I could... I guess I could seize the initiative and move. So I could do a movement here and then... Or construct. Because I want to get these Imperial ships up into 4 Crescent and 4 Arrow. And then utilize my aggression there, you know. So what if we do a catapult? Yeah, let's do this. Let's do a movement. Let's pivot. Do I need the... Not yet. I think we're okay. Is this the last hand? I forgot. Chapter 4. This is the last hand. Okay. So I need to make sure that I get 4 resources onto blue. So that means I would need to tax. So use my administration to really tax and then secure. Yeah. So let's do the mobilization. Let's move. Let's go ahead from 6 to gate 5 and further. Let's move everyone. 4 and further. Let's move everyone. And then move up into... where do I want to go? See, if I take out the threat in 4 Crescent, then I can start moving folks over to 4... Or 4 Arrow, rather than moving to 4 Crescent. So let's move everyone into there. Okay. So they battle the Empire in Fort Crescent. All right, they destroy the Empire ships, but they also destroyed themselves. So that allows me to freely move into Fort Crescent. Okay. Administration. Oh. So this is where I wanted to seize that initiative. So let's go ahead and pivot then. With a move. Let's pivot with mobilization. Seize lattice spies. Yep. We don't do anything there. We're going to move from 4 over to Fort Crescent. They have 2 ships. Yellow has 2 ships. So I think I'm okay if I move at least 1 or 2, maybe 2 ships over to Fort Crescent to battle, because I have all those Empire ships there. I think I just move 1. That way I can battle them. So let's do that. Let's go ahead and take care of this threat. Yeah. No ambitions this time. Okay, so let's battle. Big battle with the Empire. They really only have that one. Well, they have the bunker. So they're loyal pieces. Yeah. Okay, so we're fighting that bunker as well. They take 2 hits each to destroy. Are they... They can be harmed like buildings. They don't fill building slots and can't be raided. So does that mean I have to bombard them? So let's do something like this. Okay. That didn't work. Okay. So I'll just raid it with 2 keys. That's not good. So 1, 2. Okay, well, I have control. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Right? I have 1, 2, 3. I think my cities count as control to their 2. Let's go ahead and secure Council Intrigue. Moves the blue agent onto Imperial Council. There we go. Okay. Is that... Okay. And then secure it again. So yellow captures some agents from securing, yep, for that tyrant. Okay. Battle yellow, so white's on our side when it comes to this, I suppose. So that's nice. And let's start the summit. Let's take psionic from our friends the white. Petition the council. Don't need anything right now. Yeah, at this point, like, ambitions aren't really going to do much for anyone. Because let's collect that and a relic. Where's another psionic? Doesn't matter. Yeah, so we'll just leave a policy of peace. And it gets another, yeah, okay. So we have enough resources on the trust. We just need to make sure we keep Imperial Council in session. I mean, we could secure the Council Intrigue Vox card here, and that should be good. So we're following construction. We can go ahead and do keeper. Let's surpass here. I could secure, make sure I have enough on the Imperial Council so that way no one could potentially grab it from me and take the first Regent card. Would that be worth doing? I think so. I have enough resources on it. Although, like, the judge could take those resources as well, so I'm not keen on doing that, honestly. Okay, so let's build a ship here so we can move potentially. And let's build another ship in 3. Yeah, maybe we can catapult on over. Okay. I lead. I guess I can't secure unless I use that. I think now is a good time to do administration. Declare keeper. Yeah, let's just do that. Declare keeper. We'll tax for a relic. Put that there. We'll tax for another relic. Make sure we have that all taken care of, and then let's just throw an influence there just for fun so no one can take it. Tax collectors, white pivots, mobilization, they're moving. See, are we good? Do I have control? I think I do. Do I have to? Wait, no, I don't want to. Oh, no. Oh, I see. Okay, so let's not declare empath because I don't want to take any resources from the act, so we'll skip. And prelude. I hope I'm right. I could be wrong. White copies, yellow mirrors. Resolve the event, start the summit. Okay. I should just leave the Empire while I'm ahead. No negotiations. I think that's the last opportunity. Crisis. Okay. Damaged. Remove 10 blue agents from court. How does that? Okay. Chapter is ended. Okay, scored keeper. That was the only one that was there. And blue held it together. Held the Empire together in the Reach as steward. I think it did count. I did it. Okay. And I won. Okay, well, there you go. I won with 134 points to 17 and 12, yellow and white. So, that was long. So I played 2 campaign games back to back, and then the first campaign was last night before I recorded this. And so, just some final thoughts. This campaign just blows me away. I know that I'm playing with bots. If you do start a game, the bots you'll see are only described as easy, so they're not the most robust opponents that you would play as. But for the sake of experiencing this game to its probably its fullest potential, that is ARCS with the Blighted Reach campaign and expansion, it's amazing. I love One of the things I love about this particular version of ARCS is, and I suppose you can kind of have this available to you as you have leaders and lore cards added to the base game, but having these fate cards, like for me being the steward, was just really nice to have an objective to chase, and it really, it adds a lot of complexity. Right, there's a lot of nuance when it comes to the rules. If you're not very familiar with Cole Worley games or any games that are very similar to his or other designs, where there's like negotiation, there's a lot more of a, I guess, thematic twist to everything added to the game, and it's not just a straight Euro style experience. So for me, I initially felt very lost in thinking about how to approach this ever expanded campaign version of the game, as opposed to the base game, which is still, it's relatively streamlined in some ways, but it can be a little confusing in others. Having these fates in this version of the game really helps me focus in on objectives and try to chase those and make sure I'm achieving those while I start to learn the nuances and mechanisms of the game itself. And then as you become more familiar with how the game works and how the fates work, then you can balance your objectives as well as scoring ambition, scoring points, and making sure that you are ahead of your opponents, and then also being aware of the board state enough to be able to negotiate. So I think that's the path that I'm trending down, is now that I've had a couple of plays of the campaign under my belt, I've got the systems somewhat in my head, and I can, tinker around with them strategically enough so that I can like make, hopefully make good decisions when it comes to negotiations with live players, and as well as just chasing all of the objectives that are scrambling around in your head as you're trying to manage everything. But that scramble, that puzzle that you're solving, all mixed together with the very thematic elements of space, of 4X, of negotiations, court, councils, like it's got everything that I just find so intriguing, and that is expanded upon from the really fun experiences that I've had with the base game. And so, yeah, so I'm a huge fan. I think this really ups my opinion of ARCS. It's got me excited for the Kickstarter campaign and the new material that's coming out soon, as soon as in like next year, right? And so, yeah, very, very big fan. I think this experience definitely has the potential to push ARCS into a top 10 game for me when considering the Blighted Reach expansion material. So there you have it. Hopefully that this was fun and it was interesting to learn about the game, about the campaign, as well as the user interface. Once again, Roll for Haunt is the website from which this is played. Go check them out, support them however way you can. And if you want to experience this or some of the other games that are offered there, it's a great opportunity to do so at your leisure. Once again, my name is Phil. Thank you for hanging out, and I hope to catch you on the next one. Take care.